Hello friends. Racer X was in my very first video a little over 4.5 years ago. And he wanted to be part of my big final vinyl finds of 2025. I have 10 fantastic records here to share with you. Extremely excited. Now, most of these have great guitar players on them, and a few of them have horns on them. Now, the first 4 of these all came out of the same collection. I was down at the record store when somebody traded in their collection, and I got pick of the litter. Starting with the Ozzy Osbourne Randy Rhoads tribute. This was released in 1987. The majority of it was recorded in Cleveland in May of 1981. Now, I was fortunate enough to see Randy in El Paso, Texas in June of '81. A couple of the highlights of the show. Motorhead was extremely loud opening the show, and I remember Ozzy playing Flying High Again. It hadn't been released yet, and it's also on this record. Now, Randy would pass away March 19th, 1982 in a plane crash. This record is dedicated to his mother and mentor, Dolores Rhoads. Number 1 this year. At number 2, the first record Ozzy released after Randy passed away, Speak of the Devil. He brought in Brad Gillis on guitar, fulfilling a contractual obligation to Jet Records, did a double live album of old Black Sabbath material. This was recorded in the Ritz in New York in September of '82. Some Black Sabbath purists, not really a fan of this record, but I love it. I love Brad Gillis's guitar work. Now, immediately after finishing this record, Rudy Sarzo split for Quiet Riot, and Brad Gillis went back to Night Ranger. Now, we've got to see Night Ranger 4 or 5 times over the years. Got to meet Brad. I got him to sign my copy of Dawn Patrol. Gail got him to sign 7 Wishes. And there's another great guitar player in that picture, and that's Joel Hoekstra right here. Joel has been with Whitesnake, Night Ranger. Right now he's on the road with Trans-Siberian Orchestra. Number 3, Ozzy's first album with Jakey Lee, 1983, Bark at the Moon. I grabbed this because it's in the shrink, has the original price sticker from Kmart, $6.97. And this is a great record. Jakey Lee's an amazing guitar player. You got Bark at the Moon, Center of Eternity, Rock and Roll Rebel. Extremely happy to add Bark at the Moon. The next one, the first record Ozzy recorded was Zakk Wylde, 1988's No Rest for the Wicked. A great album. Songs on here like Miracle Man, Devil's Daughter, Bloodbath in Paradise. And I got to see Ozzy in '88. This was released November '88. I got to see him December of '88 in Albany, Georgia. Highlights of the show. Anthrax opened the show on their State of Euphoria tour. And another highlight of the show was when Ozzy's drummer Randy Castillo threw away his sticks and played with his hands. Now, Randy is another bright light that we lost way too early. He passed away in 2002 at the age of 51. I'm so happy to add No Rest for the Wicked in the shrink with the hype sticker to the collection. At number 5, another legendary guitar player, Eddie Van Halen and Van Halen's Balance, the 2025 remaster. I had this on bootleg, but now they've reissued it on 2 records like it should be. Sounds fantastic. You've got great songs on here like The Seventh Seal and Amsterdam. And I enjoyed this record so much, I went back and picked up the Record Store Day Black Friday Van Halen Live at Wembley, 1995. Now this was recorded on the Balance Tour. They even used the same photos for the same photo shoot on the back. Now this is just a single album. You've got stuff on here like Sammy Hagar doing Ain't Talking About Love, and Eddie doing a great guitar solo on orange vinyl. Everybody loves Van Halen. Now records number 7 and 8, I camped out all night for. Now I'll be the first to admit, I am a complete novice when it comes to jazz. When I was a kid, I just thought jazz records were records that had horns on them. But about 10 years ago, I started camping out on Record Store Day and started collecting the Jazz Dispensary. Now the first one this year in April, Night Lights. Very cool, and restful. Lots of saxophone. You got Kenny Burrell on here. Yusef Lateef. Jazz Dispensary. Night Lights comes in at number 7. Number 8, Camped Out All Night. In November, Black Friday, for Green Bullets. Another Jazz Dispensary gem. This one is actually my wife's favorite Jazz Dispensary record. It plays like a movie soundtrack from the 70s. Jazz Dispensary, Green Bullets comes in at number 8. Speaking of records with horns on them, at number 9, it's King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard's 27th studio album, Phantom Island. King Gizzard only put out one record in 2025. That's right, one record, and this is it, Phantom Island. King Gizzard with a full orchestra has amazing songs on here. 2 of my favorites, Silent Spirit and Grow Wings and Fly. King Gizzard at number 9. Coming in at number 10. Ozzy Osbourne, Black Sabbath, Back to the Beginning, the final concert. This is a bootleg on white vinyl, comes with 2 killer posters. I love having it just as a souvenir or a memento of that day. July 5th, 2025. What an amazing day it was. Ozzy Osbourne's last concert. But we also had some rough days in 2025. We lost loved ones, friends, and heroes along the way. But I like to think that they're just off to the stars. Now, looking forward to 2026, I've got some exciting things planned. I've got about 6 shows lined up. I cannot wait to share those with you. But right now, I've got a friend in the front yard I'd like to share with you. And you know what? He's got horns on him. That is Rocket. We had a brutally cold night last night, probably about 10 degrees below zero. And Rocket, he's been raiding my bird feeders since he was a little nubbin buck. Hope everybody is staying warm. From Racer X and from Rocket, we'd like to wish you a happy and a very, very healthy 2026.